You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
What's up, Black and White Sports fans? John Matrix here, and I am back with another video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also, check out the join button for channel memberships and check out the merch. And use the discount code GinaRocks, all one word, and we're going to give you 15% off your merch. Let's get into this, guys. We're going to be talking about woke sports, victimhood, and gender pay gaps in sports. Now, guys, I didn't actually know this until today, but Women's Equal Pay Day was actually on March 24th, okay? And when it comes to sports, we know that for the most part, men get paid more than women. So that brings us to Meghan Rapinoe here. And guys, when it comes to dumb athletes, I believe that she is right up there at the top as being one of the dumbest athletes out there. There's no doubt about it, man. Meghan Rapinoe is not very smart. She is constantly, all the time, playing the victim. All the time. Now, guys, she was actually at the White House visiting your boy China Joe over there. And she brought up gender pay gap in soccer because she is a soccer player. Also, we're going to be talking about Venus Williams also. And apparently, you know, Venus Williams and Meghan Rapinoe don't understand how capitalism and economics work. They just don't. Okay. So let's dive into this article here. And you see here at White House, Meghan Rapinoe says she's been disrespected and dismissed because I am a woman. Oh, yes. Playing the victim card. Guys, let's check this out. Meghan Rapinoe took the U.S. women's soccer team's battle for equal pay to the White House on Wednesday, declaring while on a stage with President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden that despite her enormous success with the team, quote, I have been devalued, I've been disrespected and dismissed because I am a woman, close quote. Oh boy. I'll continue on, then I'll get to what I need to say here. Speaking at an event marking Equal Pay Day, Rapinoe declared, quote, despite all of the wins, I am still paid less than men who do the same job that I do. For each trophy, of which there are many, for each win, each tie, and each time that we play is less. Rapinoe, who testified earlier in the day about gender discrimination at a hearing of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform, introduced President Biden as one of our greatest allies. Okay, guys, that is absolutely hilarious right there. That she would actually say that China Joe is an ally. I digress, okay? Anyway, this is hilarious here, folks. So, does she not know that when it comes to soccer, men's soccer is much more popular than the women's soccer team? It just is. It's more popular. More people put their eyes on men's soccer than they do women's soccer. Therefore, the men bring in more money. Therefore, they get paid more. Okay, if you guys want a different analogy here, guys, let me use a real world situation, okay? Real world situation with me, okay? Now, I work in oil and gas. That is my day job. And I was at this one company, working contract, and when you contract, they pay you about an hour. And I was getting paid at this one company. I interviewed with this other company. They offered me the job. Smaller company. I was actually working with a big company. A lot of you guys know. I went to a smaller company, interviewed, and guess what, guys? They offered me less money. It had nothing to do with, gender pay or anything like that. It's just that they don't make the revenue that the big company I was working for made. So they can only afford to pay me so much. Had nothing to do with gender, nothing to do with race. No, they weren't paying me less money because I'm black. And any reasonable thinking person understands that. And this was pretty much a new startup company, too, at that. Okay, so they have to really watch their spending. Meghan Rapinoe, man, are you really, really this dumb? I guess so, man. I guess so. But it's not just Meghan Rapinoe here. Let's go over to Venus Williams. Venus Williams says this: for Equal Pay Day, Venus Williams reminds us, quote, sexism isn't a women's issue any more than racism is a black issue. So two athletes here playing victims. Venus Williams has earned her way to be one of the most privileged women in tennis, if not the world. But even her privilege didn't always add up to equal earnings. As the tennis legend wrote in an op-ed for British Vogue, timed in tandem with Women's Equal Pay Day on March 24th, her own battle to close the gender pay gap in tennis paralleled that of women everywhere, who on average make 82 cents for every dollar earned by their male counterparts. Check this out. This is what she said here. Quote, when I won Wimbledon for the first time in 2000, the men's single champion received £477,500, while the women's single champion earned £430,000, Williams recalled. From then on, I felt compelled to campaign for equality for women. Now, guys, if you guys don't watch tennis, and I'm a huge tennis fan, a big-time tennis fan, Rafael Nadal on the men's side is my favorite tennis player of all time. And actually, when it comes to the GOAT of women's tennis players, I believe it's Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf was amazing. She actually achieved more than Serena Williams, okay? I mean, she had the Golden Slam. She retired at age 29 with 22 Grand Slams, a record. Not Venus Williams, but Serena Williams, she's 39 right now. She has 23 slams. So in a short amount of time, Steffi Graf achieved more than Serena Williams. But I digress. That's another story for another day. But when it comes to Grand Slams, okay, and Venus actually mentioned here, Wimbledon, the men play best of 5 sets throughout the entire tournament. The women, they play best of 3. That's it. That's it. So Venus Williams had a problem with women earning less money, even though they had to do less work. So the women's champion, I don't remember who it was in 2000, but I know that Pete Sampras won it in 2000 for the men because he had won like 7 Wimbledons, insane amount. But anyway, so she is complaining that actually producing less, she should be paid equal to the men who actually put in more work. That doesn't make any sense. That absolutely does not make any sense. You know, when we go back to looking at the NBA, for example, now, the NBA players, they have all that TV money. That's how the owners and the players split revenue. They split revenue that way. And that's how players are actually able to earn so much money. The WNBA, they wouldn't even exist without the NBA. I mean, that league is so horrible. They lose so much money. The NBA has to subsidize them to even exist. So, like the top player in the NBA, and I don't know how much LeBron actually makes, probably somewhere around 40 million or something like that. And I know the Rockets had offered James Harden 2 years, $100 million. He was going to be the first $50 million player, and he turned that down. So he was going to make $50 million per season. We know that the top WNBA player isn't making nearly that amount. Not even close. I believe they only make like 150,000, maybe 200,000. That's it, because nobody watches the WNBA. That is why the players don't make the money, because nobody cares about that league. Just like when it comes to women's soccer, the fans care more about men's soccer than they do women's soccer. And in the case of tennis, Venus Williams, you guys play fewer sets than the men when it comes to the Grand Slams. So why in the world should you actually be paid equal to the men when you're playing less? Somebody explain that to me. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, do these athletes really expect us to fall for the banana in the tailpipe? Because this is what this is, folks. This is what this is. This is just two athletes out there screaming to play the victim. And you know that the media is going to probably have their back on this. And Meghan Rapinoe talking about Joe Biden's an ally. Come on, man. Look at his track record with women. Enough said, another story. I digress. But what do you guys think of this? Meghan Rapinoe and Venus Williams, do you believe that they're just playing victims on this like I do? I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I really, really do. Venus Williams makes a whole bunch of money off the court, just like Serena does. And I'm pretty sure they make way more money than Meghan Rapinoe because they're more marketable than Meghan Rapinoe, because they play a more popular sport than Meghan Rapinoe. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, Black and White Sports fans? Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.